Right. Good evening. It is Wednesday, 6th of December, 2017. Wednesday, 6th of December, 2017. Wednesday, 6th. I'm waiting for the YouTube link to come up. The YouTube link is up. Wednesday, 6th of December, 2017. Let me just adjust this a little bit here. Right. Yeah, good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Richard Sean Duku, first man on deck. Welcome, welcome, my brother. Welcome indeed. Today, we had some stuff happen that threw us all off guard. And I kind of addressed that quickly. Everybody and the brother send me the same thing. But for those who didn't get it, let me give it to you. Yeah? Well, you saw that police say police can't work in. I'm a traffic advisory for Western Main Road, Canada. Police say that police can't work in grocery stores. Richard Blaze, you're the man who was championing that.
Right, so the story with the airport robbery is this. The amalgamated truck had just dropped off the cash to go to Tobago, and they had handed over to the transporter. The transporter is the little tug what is being pulling to carry it in the cargo area of the plane. Now, this happened broad daylight there, fellas. This happened about an hour ago. This happened in the wee hours of the morning. This just happened. So, and when I say just happened, then this is now 1 o'clock on Tuesday, what today is? Anyhow, just an hour ago. So, as they drop it off, somebody had to know the schedule of how this thing is happening. So, somebody who works in Caribbean Airlines had to squeal to let the men and them know how to operate. The men come exactly what the article say, mask down, arm uniform, high power rifle. When Amalgamated call the police to tell them to use the helicopter with the Ministry of National Security, because Amalgamated is not a 2x4 company, them is not me and you. And when they call them, they tell them how the helicopter too expensive, too costly to send the helicopter out to find backers. So, you know, it's like no big deal now. This is what it comes down to. So the Prime Minister could model, right? He could model, and they could probably use the helicopter to carry him to Tobago to play golf, but the Caribbean Airlines plane that the money was supposed to go to get up broad daylight. So let's only be real careful this Christmas. This place getting more and more heartless. The devil is definitely having a field day in this country. Be careful.
The devil romping, partner. Anyway, let me adjust my volume setting on YouTube before I kill them. The devil romping, testing 1, 2, 3. We cannot hide the levels high. You will let me know, YouTube. YouTube, if you all find the levels too high, send me a WhatsApp 682-2110. And if I only had them 5 people Luis have working with him in 95.1, but I had to do all this myself. Luis, you think you can handle all this by yourself, boy? Running 2 broadcasts same time. Anyway, you all hear what that man said? You all hear what he said? Now, this is the information that we have. According to Loop, Trend Media, were on site before anybody else. And I got this information straight from Loop. And the story that Loop had early o'clock, and if you give me 2 minutes, I'll get that live. The story that Loop had early o'clock, this was the first thing. Armed men in uniform robbed Piarco International Airport cargo compound. Police were called to the scene at the Piarco International Airport cargo compound, where armed men were said to have robbed a cargo cart of a quantity of cash. We've since learned that we're talking of about $5 million, right? Now, Trinidad Piarco Airport is one of the most disgustingly run airports in the whole world. Piarco Airport is disgusting. It's stinking dirty. It laid out nasty. It makes no sense. The whole purpose of it was to allow Baz, Boys, Ish, Steve, Brian, the rest of them to make off with money. But that is another conversation. What we're talking about is the airport, and anybody who's ever been to the airport, especially to pick somebody up, know that them khaki fellas, now I haven't been to the airport for a while, so I'm assuming they're still in khaki, but them khaki fellas running here. If you park up in where you're not supposed to park up for too long, they're running here. So how this van, packed with armed men, was allowed to park, way park, and wait for the cash. This, like everything else. Now, I am hearing former Speaker of the House, Wade Mark, saying in the Senate that the man with fake oil missing. Keith Rowley said he distancing himself from that, even though when the Mark bus, Keith Rowley made the call. You are living in a country, listen to me, you're living in a country, sorry about that, where everything is set up to fail. I want to tell you something. The name of tonight's video is Warning Signs. And I want you to understand now, you see our $5 million? I want to give you something I get today from a serious, it was right there. This is, people are trying to dismiss the notion that organized crime isn't in control. A well-planned, well-coordinated, well-executed, well-timed, these things aren't theatered under a mango tree. That was sent to me minutes after the news break by somebody who real into security. There are warning signs in this country that things are about to change. And the analogy of the frog, where you put a frog in hot water, he will jump right out. But if you put a frog in room temperature water and you slowly turn up the heat, he will allow himself to be boiled alive. They are boiling us alive. And I want to tell you something, because they know they can't move too fast. It's a riot. They can't move too fast. Right now, the place is smelling like gas. So they can't move too fast. But they're moving. They're making their movements. And social media is a thorn in their ass. Social media. Whoever pulling Rowley strings, because Rowley not smart enough to do this. Whoever pulling Rowley strings, whoever running this show, they have a plan. And I want to tell you the plan. You must bring the police and the armed forces under political control. Now, right now, by law, there is a separation of powers. And the police service does not answer to the government. That's what the separation of powers mean. All these governments who have kept Stephen Williams acting, because every 6 months, Stephen gets his acting stint renewed. And that's an end run around the whole system. That is to keep Stephen Williams, adjusting the YouTube camera, that is to keep Stephen Williams beholding to the political directorate of the day. That's what's going on. Because they can't make him permanent. And I'm coming back to the issue of the police commissioner. Because they have nobody in that lineup right now that they should even contemplate making commissioner. We've come to a point where we can't even get, you see how they say, you can't get men for the Integrity Commission? They make a joke. They make a joke. They say that they're not allowing the crash scene in front of President's house this year. Not for religious reasons, because they can't find 3 wise men. This is Trinidad. Not one of them on that list. But wait, come back to that. And we will deal with each one of their name, you know. And I'm glad that I am free of all encumbrances, so I can talk now. You see, I know when people want to ask you hard questions, they just get them questions from somebody. But I don't have to go through second and third people. So when I start to talk, Papa, yo, but wait a minute. Let me stick on this. Move the police and the armed forces under the political directorate. Now check what happened. Recently, the Prime Minister of the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of Do What the Hell You Like Land called a press conference with the Commissioner of Police and the Chief of Defense Staff and the Minister of National Security. And he gave an instruction to the Commissioner of Police. The Prime Minister broke the law when he uttered that instruction to the Commissioner of Police, because the Prime Minister does not have that authority. We found that out when Anand Ramlogan had tried to pull some stunt with James Philbert, and James Philbert read him the Riot Act and explained to Anand Ramlogan, hold up, selector, you have no authority over police. You don't direct police. And there's a reason, and a very good reason, for political separation. And I'm using that word political and I stretch it. There's a very good reason to keep politics out of the police service. Because politicians in this country cannot be trusted. Politicians have demonstrated time and again that they have an agenda. And that they serve an agenda. And access to politics and politicians is dangerous to the police service and the enforcement of law. Plain talk. So, Keith Rowley broke the law, overstepped his bounds when he gave Stephen Williams an instruction. Tonight, the YouTube video, I don't know why we're getting it wrong side. I apologize to the YouTube viewers in advance. Louise, I come to hire one of your people. I need a director. Anyway. And then, as if that wasn't enough, as if that wasn't enough of an overstep, he gave an instruction to the Minister of National Security, who he told to instruct the army. Again, Mr. Gentleman, this is not the Congo. This is not Saddam's Iraq. The Minister of National Security has no such authority. But you stunt for the jackass media and are coming to them. You stunt for them. Them who tonight make a circle around Rowley to ask prescripted questions. So Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley could talk bullshit for the nation and distract you. That same media. Sit down there. And not one journalist among them in the post camp could have raised their hand and said, my lord, neither of you all have that authority. According to section so, you can't do that. So how do you come to do that? But you see, them media workers in Trinidad is not the real thing. They play it on TV. They dress up nice and all of them go by the same lady in Mount Hololo in Cascade to teach them enunciation and pronunciation. That's why Akash Samaru and all of them that passed through CNC3, you ever notice all of them song like they have the same stepfather? Because they all go by a same lady up in in Cascade to learn how to pronounce. That's how she trained all of them. She trained me. I went, so I know. And I want you to understand. And you thought to speak down in your chest like this, to come across very, very deep and honest and trustworthy and all that bullshit. That's what they're trained to do. And the point I want to make is, this here that looks like media in Trinidad, it's not media. It's pretend media, and that's phase 2. You have to get the law enforcement, the police service, and the army under direct political control. That is the first step to dictatorship. But you need a compliant media that don't hold you to task. And they went in with that. They went in with that. They went into government with journalists, and not only journalists, senior people in one Caribbean media already in their pocket. And well, you know, if they ever do make it a banana republic, We're changing the name to Sabghanistan. Because Sabga News Network belongs, well, I mean, the PNM belongs to Sabga News Network now. And let me tell you something, eh? This is where we're going. This is where we're going. These are the warning signs for you to look out for. Right now, the last thing that they need to do to make the country a complete banana republic, a total dictatorship, the last thing they need to do is to destroy the middle class. Wipe it out. You must have a small, wealthy class and a massive poor class. And that's what they're doing right now. Right now, you see, you could starve any animal you want to starve, you know. Put him on a leash and don't give him no food. The middle class on a leash and they have no food to get. Every single day, a new directive comes down from the diluted, dank, and interbred Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago masquerading as individual banks. Because they all have the same policies now, and they all have the same charges, and none giving you interest on your deposits, and nobody lending money, and everybody charging fees lockstep. So they stand up in a bank and people stoops and cuss. And as I closing my account today, I say, we're opening it in a breadfruit tree. All banks is the same in Trinidad and Tobago. The directives come down every single day, and business people in this country, so silly with pride, going out of business. Today, Simple Spaces put out a post. And Simple Spaces post said, we can't continue. We're closing down. We're starting with the South Branch. And it caused a conversation. And a 1% spokesman, George Elias, jumped out himself. I'm sure he deleted by now, but I screenshot it. And I want you to hear how the 1% thinks of you. You all share this video yet? I'm not seeing no notification that it's sharing. We can stick a pin, you know. Stick a pin and come back to the 1%. You want to do that? Let me stick a pin right there and come back. Give everybody time to share the video. I want to read what the 1% think of you for you. Go and share the video, please. Share it up, let them know we're here. YouTube people, YouTube. Share it up. I gotta share it. I ain't shared yet myself. Share it up, people. Share it up. Let them know we're here. Every group, every page. Love it up, eh? Right. That was a break. Everybody got a break. Back to thing. So, I couldn't believe. You see, he's jump out himself every now and then, but today he really jump out. This is what George Elias wrote on Facebook. So I have a screenshot of it. This is what he wrote. The only way to fix the US $500 million balance of payment problem is to reduce consumption fueled by demand. That sounds rational. That sounds like a rational statement. You hear it again. The only way to fix the US $500 million balance of payment problem is to reduce consumption fueled by demand. If I read just that line, I say demand spot on. This is what it says. The only way to bring the situation into balance is by devaluation, which will in turn drive prices higher and demand lower. What does that mean? To the uninitiated, the unschooled, what is he trying to say? If you have $20 in your pocket and you're accustomed paying $20 for it, but you and your spending causing a drain on the foreign exchange, the value, so it can reach $40. So you can't afford it again, but certain people still could. Because he goes on to say, the man went on to say, it's like they're not playing, when they get catch, remember when they catch drizzling olive oil? This is what the man said. At least that way, some people will be able to afford the foreign source goods and services that we all feel that we have a right to have easy access to. Let me read the whole thing for you. The only way to fix the US $500 million balance of payment problem is to reduce consumption fueled by demand. The only way to bring the situation into balance is by devaluation, which will in turn drive prices higher and demand lower. At least that way, some people will be able to afford the foreign source goods and services that we all feel that we have a right to have easy access to. In other words, Papa you, fire burn you if you're not in the 1%. Fire burn you. Fire burn you. They want to devalue. No. You see, you're slaved to them. You have no choice. You have no credit card. They're not giving you any foreign exchange on your credit card, so you might as well be using the credit card to cut butter because you're not getting US. And if you have no US, you can't shop on Amazon. And if you can't shop on Amazon, you have to go in the mall and buy it from the mall seller, the 1% Kabbalist, who buy the same thing that you could have buy for 10 US. He buy it for 10 US and selling it back to you for 600 TT. And you have two choices. Take that gouge or salt. And you might think, Philip talking about lamp and end table and couch. And I could leave them thing there. And that's true. But when we're talking about medicine and essential parts, when we're talking about things that are important to your and your family's life, it's different then. Because you can't leave it on the shelf. You have to get it. When your child have the allergies or you're diabetic, these kind of things, listen, we have people who have to actually maintain their lives. And these people, a devaluation now on top of everything that has been done by this government will wipe them out. A devaluation now will wipe out small business in this country. But this man, like when they catch Peter George Sr., when he said, the purpose of the middle class is to protect the 1% from the hordes. You are in a situation in Trinidad and Tobago where you are damned if you let this continue. And Jamon Scott say Rowley ain't calling no election. You see, Jamon Scott, I want to tell you something. You believe that Rowley is the only person who could call an election in this country. But I want to tell you something. The people of Trinidad and Tobago have more power than Rowley. Believe it or not, it is the people of Trinidad and Tobago collectively that signs Rowley's check at the end of the month. And the people of Trinidad and Tobago have all the say as to who gets hired and who gets fired. What we're doing right now, is we educating, informing, and empowering the people. That's what we're doing. So that the people understand that they're not powerless, that they're not doormats, that the government cannot do you what they want, that it is about time. And I said today, start now, send a message. I have stopped since Drizzler, since that video, I stop. High rollers only see me in an emergency. Massy stores only see me in an emergency. All the small stores get in my business and maybe paying a little bit more, but assure I'm not affecting the national economy negatively. Price Smart has seen me for about a decade. Price Foolish. I'm not going in there. You have nothing for me, Price Smart. Nothing. And Starbucks. I have been in Starbucks twice. Both times I was summoned there for meetings and it was the closest place. But I would never go out of my way to go into Starbucks. Never. Never. And I am a simple man. You could tell by the way I dress and the way I carry myself and stuff. I don't stunt. I don't need to fool you. I will drive humble, live humble, wear humble. I cool. I'm not telling you how to do your thing. But I'm telling you this. Your vote is the most powerful tool you have for change. But besides that, your labor, who you uphold, and your consumption. You see your consumption? If the entire country decide tonight, we ain't buying no more foreign fast food, all closed down in a week. Now, some of you have addictions to the excitotoxins in MSG that in a lot of them food that make you think it tastes good. Not taste it, tasting it, you know. You're feeling it in your brain. It's like a drug. Go and research what monosodium glutamate is. It's called an excitotoxin and it excites a region in your brain with a feel-good chemical. So you're actually giving yourself a little buzz. But you're not getting nutrition and you're not getting good taste. And I've seen enough examples of people rip the fancy extra crispy skin off of some of these places and find maggots in the chicken. And I'm not taking that chance again. So I will eat by the small places. I happy. Let me tell you something. Fortunately for me, my tastes are simple. You can make a good burger or well, roti. I mean, as long as chicken have roti shop and doubles box, I'm good. I could cut up my own salad. I could eat well and live nice. I'm making sure that when I spend money, it going back into the system, it helping our family. I'm making sure when I spend money, it reaching the farmer. They were saying the closer to the tree, the better for me, and it better for my economy. If it's healthier for me to eat closer to the tree, then I eating that. I cut it up, my cucumber, my tomato, kale. My friend who showed us to grow kale. Kale is a third the price of what Price Smart selling it for. Local. Local. They have land all over the place. And this morning, I spoke to somebody and she tell me they're sharing out land under law, but not for farming. We're going to fix all that. We will fix all that. They go tell you, you know, you go see them. If a Progressive Empowerment Party government is voted into office, you will see them lying on Sabga News Network, crying crocodile tears, saying they spent $300,000 building that property on that land. If it is farmland, don't do it. Don't do it. We will break it down. We will break it down. Food independence is the most important thing for this nation right now. Food independence in this country right now will put our people to work, will save us valuable, vital foreign exchange, and it will keep us healthy. Food independence will take us away from the vagaries of the national and the vicissitudes of the international. Right now, Trump just recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. That's going to cause some earthquakes. Listen, he's spoiling for a fight. At some point, them big guns will start a fight. And food will get scarce. We need to be growing our own food. At that point in time, like how George Elias say, if food run out in Trinidad, all them people who own all them companies that get enough money from Trinidad will fly out and go to better places to eat there. While you and yours, who line up outside KFC and Starbucks and Burger King and McDonald's, while yours now have to starve. Have to starve. Go in, you see all them food by the pound place? They're selling local food, Creole recipes, cooked there. Now it's still, some of it may be fried and stuff, but it's still not as bad as food processed 100 million miles away and shipped here, flash frozen, to be microwaved and reheated and then pumped with chemicals to make your brain feel like you're eating something good. Go in all them Creole restaurants. Go in all them jerk restaurants. Go in all them roti shop. Give them the business. You see, I tell you, Trinidad and Tobago, if you want to feel your power, if you want to feel that you have authority over what happens in the parliament, make it happen inside them fast food restaurants first. Demonstrate your power. You see, they don't know that you know. And it's because you don't know you know, but you know now. Spread the word. And listen, I remember a story I was told a long time ago about a fellow who was walking on the beach, and they had millions of starfish on the beach. Millions washed up by the tide. And he was picking up starfishes and throwing them back in the sea. But the beach covered, for as far as the eye could see, it covered with starfish. And this guy came and said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm throwing the starfish back in the sea." He said, "But there are hundreds of millions of these things. You couldn't possibly make a difference." And he picked up one and he threw it in the sea. He said, "I made a difference to that one." And he picked up a next one and he threw it in the sea. He said, "I made a difference to that one." And that's the point. My withholding my money from all those foreign franchises may not make the difference that I wanted to make, but it's making a difference to me. And as our numbers grow, so will our power and our impact. Listen, a lot of these businesses don't even need your money. They don't even need your business. There are a lot of businesses in this country that are fronts for other types of enterprise. And we have to deal with that as well. We have to address that as a nation. But this government today, they published a list of all the murders that have been taking place in this country in the last 12 years. And it is a heinous list to read. Because all I saw when I watched that list, and people seeing what PNM do and what UNC do, and I'm seeing 1999, 1995, 122, the next year 106, 101, 98, 93, 118, 151, 171, 229, 263, 386, 368, 395, 550 people dead, 509, 485. When I see these numbers, all I am seeing is tens of thousands of people who lost somebody. And that is so sad. Our country needs so much healing from all of that. You cannot rely on either the PNM or the UNC to put right what they have put wrong. Albert Einstein said, "You will never solve a problem if you are operating at the same mindset you were operating at when you created it in the first place." You have to come to terms with this, that the country you want, that treats all of our people with respect, is not Stunt Avenue. They're building all of these strip malls with bright, bright lights and big, big signs to fool you and make you feel that as long as you're inside of there and you line up inside of there and you're eating this, you're somebody. That is not nobody. You're an international fast food consumer. That is all you are. Adding disease to you and shortening your life. Do you know that Trinidad and Tobago has the highest rates of heart disease in the Western Hemisphere? Trinidad and Tobago. From fry food, from KFC and all that kind of fry food. Our diabetes from soft drinks. I showed you last night I drink a LLB and I was making a point, but I don't drink soft drinks at all. I haven't had a soft drink in, must be over a decade. Everybody's asked me every night what I drink, and I'm drinking water. Water One and Blue Waters, and I would like to do better, and I will at some point, but at least I'm drinking water, and I'm not putting all of that in my system. Once a day, I drink a hot chocolate. I can't drink coffee because I can't have caffeine. But I'm trying to say to you, for you, and I'm only exposing all of my personal business to you to empower you to understand that what people think of you and the things that you do are not important to you and the life that you live. And if you get that, and if you understand that, and start to spend your money wiser, your money will go further. You will start to buy things that you actually need. More importantly, when you take steps to eat healthy, you end up doing something else. You end up making real family time. You see, when you go in these stunt restaurants, it has so much stuff that distract everybody. That is a constant juggle just to manage the moment that you're in and the children. And you pop them up high on sugar and fat real quick and everybody in a buzz. If you come home at the end of the day and make dinner and everybody sit down on the table as best as you could and call that family time, you hit 4 birds with that one stone. Because molding character and minds takes place in family time. Children get to ask mommy and daddy or whatever is the principal caregivers in that house, the questions that affected them today. Because we forget that all of childhood is encountering new experiences and needing clarification. What did I just see? What did I just hear? What did I just feel? What just happened to me? You want to be able to go home to the principal person that you believe is taking care of you and ask questions. Family time gives you that. Family time, real important. Real important. I will never forget when Margaret Rose, she was Keith Rowley lawyer. When I had started back up in politics in 2010, she asked me, where you come out from just so with all of this? And I laughed. But I was a family man. I had to stop and I had to deal with that and fix that and make sure before I could immerse myself again. And I need for you to understand that it is very important to you, that you live well. Forget, in this instance, for this issue, forget everybody else. Think of you and your family, because it is important to them and to you that you live well, that you create a culture and an environment of sharing and caring and love. These things last forever. And this may not be what you want to hear on a political video, but this is important because this is what's missing in the country. And it's been caused by a fake poverty, by all that has been done by both the PNM and the UNC, and all the money that has been stolen. But we will fix that because the Progressive Empowerment Party will make poverty a thing of the past. We will make it so that families can sit down together. And you will work with us and we will work with you and we will start it. It ain't going to switch overnight, but we will start it together and we will make this happen. We will make this happen because you know what is important to this country? What is important to this country is that we rebuild all of our communities. You see, a nation is a collection of communities. If all of our communities are functional, our nation is functional. And a community is a collection of neighborhoods. And a neighborhood is a collection of homes. And a home is a family. And if you drill right down there and you say all of your policies will rebuild the community, will rebuild the neighborhood, and will rebuild the family, you see, our criminals, our murderers, our killers, our housebreakers, carjackers, all of that, they come from here too, you know. All of them, at some point in time, was somebody's bouncing baby boy and girl. At some point, they were the pride and joy of somebody. And this society has robbed many families of the ability to raise functional children. And it's easy to blame people. Let me tell you, the only people that get the scathing end of my blame is those who know better and who have better and choose to do wrong. You see, those people will always be on the outside of my forgiveness. That is a challenge to me. And I know Jesus Christ in his life, he cussed one set of people hypocrites. He called them broods of vipers, empty tombs. Everybody have their thing. My thing is, if you are blessed by life, by God, by the universe, by random freaking chance, if you are blessed, if you are intelligent, if your coffers are full, if your pantry is overflowing, and you still outside there stunting for more, You know what? If it's hard work, work your ass off. But you see, if you're doing people wrong to get it, you and me, we're going to have a problem. And the day that there is a chance for somebody to rebalance the scales of this nation, if that somebody is me, there is nowhere you could run. There is nowhere you could hide. I will follow you right round the globe or to the edge of the earth if the flat earth people are correct. Because I have some flat earth people on my wall, they're busy. And they say the world ends at a cold wall and then they have soldiers there and all that kind of crap. We follow you there. But I promise you, no joke. No joke. If it is a progressive empowerment party government that comes to power, hear what you do. And I said it before the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia did it. But he did. And if you all go back and check my videos, you will see that I said this. You have 3 months. Put the money back here and go away. Don't make us come to find you. You see, in Saudi Arabia, the king lock up everybody. You thief 2 billion, bring back the 2 billion. And we need to think so. And we need to act so. Because I want to tell you something. They came into your house and they stole what belongs to you. When they went in the treasury, when they connived and conspired, when politicians and lawyers and accounting firms and contractors and businessmen and other public servants worked together to rob and defraud and steal what belonged rightfully to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, they came into your house. And I want to tell you something. Do not feel sorry for them when justice reaches their way. Don't feel sorry for them. Because that day must come. They must, and I know some of them think that they're above the law because they're thinking about this time when they're really above the law. But another time could come. You see, they say night is run till day catch it. Long, long rope for Maga goat. But we ain't going to dwell here. We will deal with that at another time. There must be a balancing, an accounting. Bills come due. Things must be paid. Come back to this. You have the opportunity right now in your wallet to change this country. Change the country. You for you. You for yourself. If you have no family and it's you alone, eat better. Live better. Plan better. Use your time better. Take all the extra money that you would have spent on foolishness, on stunting on the avenue, whole weekend drinking. Let me tell you something. It may feel nice, but you're wasting time and you're wasting life and you're making other people unnecessarily rich and yourself sick. At some point, all of that, you see, the chromosomes in your body that you need to repair all of the things that could go wrong with any part of your body, alcohol and late night liming, beating your body like that, brings on a kind of oxidation on your system and breaks the chromosomes down until they can't work no more. And when they can't work no more, a simple sickness that you want to get, you see, you don't know, you don't know when your liver goes bad because your chromosomes fix it back. Your body repairs itself because you have the ability to do that. But what you fighting, what you poisoning with slow toxins of alcohol, go and research it. I ain't telling you to take a drink every now and then, or two drinks, and they say heart disease, drink a red wine, no problem. But if you out there stunting, beating yourself every night, spending out your hard-earned money and just using your liver and your kidney as strainers for alcohol, you'll pay for that too at a later date when all of these people you stunting with nowhere around. You sit in your home, if you're lucky, you're in a hospital where you can press a buzzer. Nurse, I need to pee. Go and visit the elderly. You know who's given me a lot of advice? The elderly. In fact, and this goes out to anybody in the Progressive Empowerment Party over the age of retirement, 65 years and older, we are creating something now in the Progressive Empowerment Party called the Elders Council. And we would like to invite you to join the Elders Council. We want you to help us identify two things. Going forward, you know the obstacles to a good quality of life our retirees, our elders dealing with. We want to know. We want to write policy that eradicates that. We want to know because regardless of who you are, once you reach the sunset of your life, this nation must respect you and give you that time, dignity, and respect. But we want to get you fully involved, because a lot of people who cross the age of retirement, they're not interested in retiring. And they have 20, 30 good years in them still, and they want to help. And we want an elders council to look backwards and tell us, you see this, you see this, you see this, fix those things. Teach your people this. Because the greatest teacher in the world is experience. That is the greatest teacher in the world. Experience. And if we could get experienced people, people who have passed through it to guide us, we'll do better. We need to respect our elders. And that is one of the things that we are doing. So if you would like to get on board the Elders Council, we meet this Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. Or you could email us, Gemma, you write, count me in for the Elders Council, and your name is on a short list of people to run the Elders Council. So yes, you've already been counted in. And Anne Punwa, I know you're on the thread, you as well. This Saturday, noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue, we're there. And one of the things we want to discuss is the formation of the Elders Council. But if you're not in Trinidad, you could still be involved. peptrinbago@gmail.com. Send us an email. Put in the subject line, Elders Council. I'd like to be a part of that. Because we're going to deal with it from a position where you, all of our foreign-based trainees, we want you to help us get this country back to a place where you could come home to. Because all the nice life you have outside there, tell us what that is, and we will make that happen here. Because we want to bring all our people home. We want all our people to come home. I want, more than anything, to be the person that make it so that my brother pack up his family and come home. True talk. I want all our foreign-based trainees that in Australia, United Kingdom, China, India, Canada, America, Argentina, they're all over. Come home. Come home. We want to build this nation back to a paradise on earth. I want to tell you something. The name of this video is Warning Signs. We need the people of Trinidad and Tobago to get accustomed to holding hands. Check your neighbors. Make friends with all your neighbors. Who are across the road, who behind, who on the left, who on the right. Make friends with all your neighbors. We need you to organize your street. We need you to organize your street. Make sure that everybody in your street, they're surviving. Check on everybody. Create little neighborhood watch. You don't go and fight no criminals. Just have a system. Everybody have everybody's phone number. Create some alarm system. When you have everybody's phone number, invite the senior officer in the closest police station to a public meeting. If you call to invite him, if you organize your neighborhood and you call to organize the senior officer and he don't come, I want you to message me his name and your name. And I promise you, I will take it up with him and his superior. Because this is how our country is run. We want to, right now, because you see, we want to give the criminals a redirection. They're getting bold. And I know that certain politicians happy that traffic, hunger, and crime takes place because you get distracted from you see how the media call it fake oil? See how they call it fake oil? That was song like a man thief $100 million. If they call it this man thief $100 million, it sounds different to fake oil. You understand what I'm saying? They're playing games with us and they're distracting us. And the more that you're under stress, is the less chance you have to pay attention. But don't worry. Organize your neighborhood. And then we will organize the communities. We are building constituency executives in every single constituency in Trinidad and Tobago. Our constituency executive, even after we are in government, will be a functional reporting tool 2 ways. To keep the people informed as to government's plans and intentions. And more importantly, to keep government aware as to what's going on the ground in every single community. We need to make sure that all of our people get the basic amenities. We need to make sure that we level the play field across the board. We can't do that if all of us just looking out for ourselves. We're going to be able to accomplish it if all of a sudden, all of our neighborhoods become vibrant families again. You see, you have to be ready for election time. They're going to come with $100 million financial money to bribe and twist you. Twist your mind. Give you all kind of bells and whistles. Bring goat on stage, fireworks after. And all of that foolishness to distract you. Let them distract you. Take the theater. But we want to organize our nation in spite of the failure of government. Organize it. I want you to be able to contact me on behalf of your community. This is for essentials. Security. Let me know what's going on. Water. Let me know what's going on. Flooding. Mosquitoes. Jobs. Crime. I want to know. Message me. Message me with it. We will start to act and work in your community with you. The Progressive Empowerment Party is building an executive now. We are identifying candidates for your constituency now. And we want the candidates to start to work within the constituencies and get to know all of the team captains and all of the neighborhoods and what the people need. So when we get into government, we could just push play. You have to help. You have to get involved. And you have to help us build this. You see, the warning signs is them trying to pull a stunt. Our job is to pull the rug out from under them. Because every member of law enforcement and every member of the army and every member of the Coast Guard lives in a community somewhere, related to somebody somewhere, married to somebody somewhere, have children with somebody somewhere, is somebody's child somewhere. We need them to understand, all of our law enforcement people, our Coast Guard, our soldiers, our police officers. We need you to understand that we understand the constraints you're working under. A Progressive Empowerment Party government is going to fix and streamline. You see, all that money that was stolen, it's not that we come in to hand you your bag of money. But if we fix the environment in which you live and the environment in which you work, and that you don't have to have 2 and 3 jobs to mind your family, all of a sudden you get something called quality of life. And we are going to operate the country with something called a quality of life index. And that quality of life index will guide us from every city, community, county, every part of this country. Every part of it must be able to say with pride, this is part of Trinidad and Tobago. You see, Joel Martinez went and sat down with the people of Woodbrook and tell the people of Woodbrook we're working with the bands. And Colin Lucas, I think that's who it was, went to tell them we're working together to try and find a way to work with you. All the people of Woodbrook do not like the amplified trucks coming down their streets. I want you to know, when you're standing up next to a carnival band truck, how that sounds to you. Imagine if you were inside your house with a baby or elderly parents. Now, we could run the ass out of Woodbrook, and some people think like that. But that's not how you run a country. How you run a country is you respect people. Now, you could have all of Wrightson Road, which is basically commercial, all the way downtown, reach Barataria Roundabout Plaza and come back down the highway with your carnival, you know. You could do all of that. You don't have to make things distress other people. The people inside of carnival bands now, they're inward looking. They're not masquerading for other people. They're whining on each other, they're drunk and they're having a good time. Fine. None of these costumes are anything that anybody on the outside wants to look at. So the carnival, the culture of carnival, and I just touching on this because I saw the issue raised. Mr. Martinez, the culture of carnival, what is carnival now? No longer applies to Woodbrook and Newtown and St. Clair. You need to take it out. You need to put it in up and down all them streets in Port of Spain. Up and down all Edward Street, Richmond Street. And along the way, all you need to do is put things for people to climb up on and whine. Because that's what people want. Somebody look me, right? Let's start to fix the nation from the ground up. Let us start to address issues and make sure, like in this case, the residents of Woodbrook, St. Clair, Newtown, don't have to be disturbed by carnival, and the people who have the carnival could have a time. Give them the foreshore. Could you imagine that? If you in mass, when the band reach the foreshore, you could spread out. Give them the foreshore all the way down Wrights Road. Put all the bands one behind the other going down the road like a beads and feathers army. They will enjoy it. Everybody will be happy. And the people of Woodbrook, Newton, and St. Clair will bless your name and name the children and the children after you. Let me do those things. Come back to this. Trinidad and Tobago. The warning signs are there. This government is atrocious. Keith Christopher Rowley is a failure. Nothing in his cabinet is of any value to anybody. The media is going to rebroadcast his stunt tonight to distract and fool you. Don't be distracted, don't be fooled. I do not want you to panic. I know the news is not good. I know that we're hearing a lot of things going on. They stole $5 million today. A man tell me you don't buy a drill to have a drill. You buy a drill to make a hole. You don't steal $5 million to have $5 million. You steal $5 million for something. They have a plan. And we have to be ready as a nation to confront and resolve all of this. All of this. All of it. This is a nation where if a man pee on the side of the road, he can get charged, rightfully so. But this is a nation that doesn't, all the money that we spend, we don't create any places, public restrooms for people to go and use the bathroom. So we upside down and we twist. All this have to fix. We are going to fix our cities. We are going to fix our communities. We are going to fix our country. We're going to make sure that at some point all of our people are properly taken care of. And all of our people have something that they could call home. Because once we have functional communities, culture could grow again. Once we get back functional communities, you know what we want? We want a department of sport that runs a Trinidad Olympics every year. Every year. All the communities compete against each other in a Trinidad Olympics. All the communities send your best runners and send your best javelin throwers and your best shot putters and your best whatever. Send them. And we'll make sure all these stadiums throughout the country are available for people to use. Because we have to do that. We have to bring back all of our people back into the national conversation. Culture, sport, football, all of these stadiums. Imagine if every Sunday, the closest stadium to you, you could go and find out who playing this Sunday. Because every Sunday, from 2 to 5, football. And it could be Diego Martin West playing Tobago East. And that might be a big match for the national cup. Imagine that. Ronnie Gemma just suggested best roti maker. Brother, you win. You win with that suggestion because I would be a judge. But in truth, and I was actually a judge in a curry duck competition. Rennie Mohammed took me to judge a curry duck competition and all the duck people tried to bribe me because curry. But anyway, truth and in fact, the warning signs are there not to panic you. The warning signs are there to wake you up. This country does not have to fail. This nation does not have to fail. We can take this country back. And we're going to take it back legally, democratically, and by law. You get yourself ready to vote. You make sure that you are on the list and that you have your ID card and that you're registered. Make sure that your family is safe and everybody good. Stop spending stunt money. Boycott everything that foreign and you have to. You have to stop spending stunt money. This is a recession. This is a recession. It doesn't have to be. We could turn that around in probably 1 quarter, if not a year. But it doesn't have to be a recession. But while it is, while you are in danger of losing everything you have, do not spend any stupid money. No fete tickets, no carnival band costume, none of that. I had to tell the girls in the gym tonight, if all the carnival bands was going left, and all the women in normal Monday wear costume was going right, even if Marshall and Kess and all of them was going left, but all the women was going right, all the carnival following all the women. Women, you all have the power, you know. You all have the power. Your own carnival. Carnival is about women. And this is the time. Don't take no stupid loan. Don't take on island finance. Not now. This is a recession. Your job could disappear because the company you're working for, their principal contract could disappear, or foreign exchange could change and they could shut down, or the customers that you deal with, that company deals with, they could go out of business, and your company could shut down. Plan for the worst right now. While this madman is our prime minister, plan for the worst. Plan for the absolute worst. fixed thing. Don't throw it away. You don't need nothing new. You don't need nothing new. Wash your curtains. A little coat of paint in the house. Move around the furniture a little bit. Repair, reuse, recycle. Do not get caught up with the advertising. $1 down. $1 down, keep that. $1 down, forget that. You keep what you have and you hold on to your money. Hold it tight. We are at a point now where all this, you see, especially or your car, keep your car maintained, repair it, stay out of debt. Any loans that you have, if you have any savings, pay off the loan. If you could, cut up the credit card. This is a time for all of us to draw back right now. This is not retail, it's not the end all be all of the economy. It is time to draw back and join together, one people under one flag. I'm saying and I'm suggesting to you, the quality of life that you want, you may not be able to have it now, but you will have it in spades soon. If we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, join together as one people under one flag, we could get to where we need to go. Because right now where we are, right now what is happening in the madness under this government, let's get back to sharing. You have mango, the neighbor have guava, the next neighbor have orange, all of you all have mango, orange and guava. Let me get back to bed. When you're baking bread, make sure you bake enough bread, your neighbors can get some bread. So when them catch fish, everybody getting fish. And that is how we're going to live. And we're going to stop this stunting and we will stop trying to fool one another. We will live like people again. Fail, long time.
When you're voting, vote them all. Vote them all. If it is the proven to be your people about. When you're voting, vote them all.
Vote them out.
If it is the time is now that change should come about.
Just as how you vote them in,
Vote them all. Register and vote them all. If you can see, vote them all. Stain your finger and vote them all. Show them no mercy, vote them all. Vote them out with total scorn and utter disdain.
let's put our country together again.
Vote them out of power.
Terminate the rape.
Let's put our country together again.
Man, just tell me, love the talk tonight, no cussing. And I come out to cuss. But I say, you know what? The media and this crazy guy, them going on stunt and fool on the structure. Trinidad has problems, but Trinidad have solutions. We, the people of this country, wear it with pride, wear it with a smile. We are the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and we are going to fix this, and we're going to come back and turn this around. Make this the blessed paradise on earth it was meant to be. And tell people, stop the fast food. Boycott the fast food.
30 years, you voting them in. And these only tears, as soon as they win. They give you big words and enslave your soul. Promising you roads and filling potholes. If they are the reason why the economy won't sprout, when you're voting, vote them all. Vote them all. If it is the passing laws that them
Warren E. Buffett is the owner of Berkshire Hathaway, by far and away the most successful investment firm, bonds and stocks and shares in history. He was one of the people who had enough money to bail out America when America's economy crashed. The man big, Warren Buffett, big. Warren Buffett drives a car. He says the car is about 12 years old. Warren Buffett lives in the same house that he lived in as a child. Listen to me here. The people with money, real money, don't stunt for you, you know. They don't need to. They took a picture of Michael Jordan, whose shoes, Air Jordan, sell for $3,000 or $4,000, wearing a $99 Payless shoe store shoes walking on the road. The people who have real money, they don't stunt to impress nobody. When you know yourself and you know where you're going, you don't need to impress others. They say, poor people stay poor, playing rich. Rich people stay rich, acting poor. You have to understand, you make the decisions. You get to decide the quality of life that you and your family have. You imagine you could put things away right now for each of your children. Instead of stunting, instead of wasting money on alcohol and liming all the time. Imagine the pride that you will feel every month putting a $20 in an account for each of your children from the moment they're born. That when they turn 18 years old, whatever it is, you hand them that. Roll out with that. Start a little bit, a little something. That gives your children legs. And they go forward into the world and they get successful. And then you can relax because your children remember you and you remember them and everybody take care of everybody. And that's how it's supposed to work, and we need to get back there. We need to get back there. Anyway, peptrinbago@gmail.com is the email address. peptrinbago@gmail.com. Send us an email with any question. My email address is philipalexander99@yahoo.com. That's 2 L's in Phillips and number 9 twice. philipalexander99@yahoo.com. Yes, I still use Yahoo. Peptt.com is the website. Use the website. All the information is updated. Rohan San and Suzanne Joseph and the rest of the team, they work very hard to keep it up and up to date. So, and we will value your feedback. Shoot us any messages. PEP app, the PEP app, PEP, is available to you free of charge on any of the app download sites. Job Seekers program this Saturday, the last time before Christmas. If you're not registered on the Job Seekers database, it is free. There are no charges ever. It is free. It is a public service from the Progressive Empowerment Party to people looking for jobs and for people looking for employees. We take pride in networking people together that everybody could go forward nice. We make sure our people working and the people who need good employees get employees and everybody happy. We don't charge the companies. We don't charge the employees. We just want to link that. If you're not on the database and you're underemployed or unemployed, come to the office this Saturday at noon. Take the pre-interview so that they can recommend you. PEP Job Seekers program is bubbling. They were on TV this week, and Sarah Nabi, who's in charge of the program, and Janice, our PRO, they did a fantastic job, and I was so proud of them. That's important. PEP Radio, we are working on that, and that's coming soon. That will be a game changer. PEP Radio will be broadcast internationally. So, but they're working on that. Maya Khan and Cindy are working on that as we speak. Those are the people who actually, two beautiful women built our app. Watch me. They don't stick. That's the kind of party we have. And we're putting our people out there for other people to see. And what happened? UNC come and trying to entice them away. Come and work with we. People saying, please, we're fighting to make you history. You come in to offer we to come with you, UNC, under no circumstances. PNM as well. We need to get to a place where we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, once more have control of our country and our destiny. And we will get there. The Progressive Empowerment Party is your party. The last meeting of 2017. The last public meeting of 2017 is this Saturday at noon. Come and hang out with us. It could be a little session. come and lime. If you have a quattro, if you have shak shak, if you have a tambourine, if you have a, we call it drum with the 2 notes. I can't remember. Dudup. Come down, come, we go lime, we go sing. If you want to bring something to drink, I don't see why not, because, you know. And we will take a line this Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. Come down, bring the family. If you want to bring things to share, we there. And we love that. Cake and rock cake, and people bring all kind of nice things. But it's a family environment, and this Saturday we will always have the open floor, and we're discussing policy, and we're doing all of that. But it's also going to be the last, and it'll be a Saturday line, it'll be a Christmas line, so come and bring the family, bring the friends, bring the neighbors, carpool, Uber, whatever you have to do, jump on a donkey cart, come down the road, come and line with your pep family. It is the last public meeting before 2017, before Christmas, and we would like to see, and I would love to meet many of you who talk to me on Facebook. I would love to meet you in person, shake your hand, give you a hug, give you a kiss. Welcome, 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 one and all. Come and meet the whole team, come and get involved, come and talk to Sharina and tell her which constituency you're in and you want. Come and talk to Diana and her crew and sign up. Come and talk to Felicia and Sean and tell them how you can actually get involved in the party and help. We're building up, we're building out the political representation of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And we would love very much to see you this Saturday at noon. Looking forward to it, yeah? So, I swear I think there is something else I am supposed to announce and I cannot remember. But I guess I'll just message everybody on Facebook. So until Saturday, tomorrow night is Frontline, that's it. Tomorrow night is Frontline. It's a very important show. Janice Leamon Cricky, our PRO, Suzette Lauer and Tony Defoe are going to be having a serious conversation, and I will be rebroadcasting it on my page. No, I will not be doing a live video tomorrow night. I am not certain if there will be a live video on Friday. So the next time we may speak is Saturday. So please, come out in your numbers, come down, let's line. Yeah, Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. So until then, stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.